Alright guys, welcome to the channel. So today we have a pretty fun video. I'm going to be talking about the starting 11 for the future. And so before I get into that topic, I want to speak about a few players. And I'm first going to talk about Adam Torre. He has been talked about in Barcelona lately, mainly because he has been playing better than he has ever did in his whole career. So I'm going to show you guys some pictures on what he looks like. That's during the 2014-2015 season. And Torre did leave after that season after he wasn't getting enough playing time, mainly because MSN was there. We had Messi, Suarez, and Neymar, and so that's why he left. Then he moved to Aston Villa. Then after that, he moved to Wolves, and this is what he looks like now. Right now, he looks like a NFL player. He looks really buff. He has the legs, the arms, the chest. He looks like he could barely run, but he's there. And so right now, this season, he has 5 goals and 9 assists. So he has been playing absolutely phenomenal for Wolves, but in my opinion, he's not going to come no matter what. I don't care how good he plays. There is just no way. Even at the level that he is playing, he still won't be good enough for FC Barcelona. He plays in the right wing, and that's where Messi plays. That's where Carlos Perez plays. So there's no room for him anywhere, and I'm going to shut this down right now. He's not going to come at all. Even if he doesn't play at right wing, we still have Dembele, Messi, Suarez, Ansu Fati, Griezmann, and Perez. So it is absolutely stacked up there for any forward to play. And the other player I want to talk about really quick is Dani Olmo. He is a Spaniard. He's an attacking midfielder, but he can play left wing or right wing. He did come through the Barcelona youth ranks, but he did leave after he played for the under 18 Barcelona, and he currently is playing for Dynamo. But again, he is another player to scratch off. We don't need him right now. Our midfield is way too saturated, and we all know this, right? Even if Vidal and Rakitic leave after this summer, we still need to take care of Ricky Puig and Elenia. We need to utilize them better. So I'm going to scratch that off too. Olmo is not coming. I don't think he's going to come. He is a good player. I know he is, but there is no chance for him to come to Barcelona unless he's like absolutely spectacular. But at the end of the day, he's not at that level yet, so he's not coming. So now that we are in a brand new decade, a whole nother new year, I want to talk about the starting 11 and what it's going to look like in 4 to 5 years. So just to be more specific, what is our team going to look like in the 2024-2025 season? And so I think this is going to be pretty fun, and I'm first going to start with the goalkeeper. And so my goalkeeper for that season is going to be Marc-Andre ter Stegen. He has had multiple outstanding performances over the past 5 years with the club. Currently has 4 La Liga titles, 4 Copa del Reys, 2 Supercopa de Españas, 1 Champions League, 1 UEFA Super Cup, 1 FIFA Club World Cup, and by that time he'll probably be Barcelona's most decorated player. He'll have the experience on how to win big trophies. When you have that type of experience under your belt, that translates into being a great captain. Look at Buffon. He became a great leader after winning multiple titles with Juve and winning a World Cup with Italy. And the same thing could happen with Marc-Andre ter Stegen. And currently, Barcelona are looking to renew Marc-Andre ter Stegen's contract until 2025. So reports have said that the club and ter Stegen's negotiations are going by smoothly. Ter Stegen is very determined to renew his contract and is looking to stay at the club for a very long time, which is why I have him as my goalkeeper for the 2024-2025 season. Now, as for my right back, this is where things get really interesting because I'm going to name a few players that you guys might not know. So I'm first going to start with Dest. Dest is a right back that plays for the United States, and he plays right back for Ajax. Dest spent his teen years with the Ajax youth team. He then played for the Jong Ajax team, which is the reserve team, right? And in the 2018-2019 season, when he was playing for the reserve team, he really impressed. Then on July 27th, 2019, he moved to the first team. He currently plays for the United States senior national team. He made his debut on September 6, 2019 in a friendly against Mexico. On October 28th, Dest made his decision to play for the United States officially, and this is what he said: "I am happy to announce that I have decided to keep playing for the US men's national team. Of course, it was a tough decision for me when the Dutch men's national team showed their interest, but I have built up a very good feeling with the Team USA over the last couple of years. I have strongly believed in the plans and potential of the US soccer. I am therefore dedicated to making the next 10 to 15 years a big success and will do my utmost to help the team play for titles." And so he did receive a lot of backlash. They were saying that Dest should have played for Holland because he thinks that he will achieve more at Holland than the United States. But Dest is not a guy to hop on a running boat. He wants to start the boat. I believe this guy can re-innovate what a right back could be in the future. He's extremely fast, he's technical, and best of all, he's physically strong. If you ever watch him play, you're going to end up asking yourself why he isn't playing as a forward, but it is his physical strength that makes coaches say, yeah, let's slot him in our defense. So he has it all. I could see this guy becoming a stronger and more composed Dani Alves, and what I appreciate the most from this player is the self-awareness he has for himself. And this is what he said: I have a lot of goals still. I want to play one time in my career for Barcelona. That's my biggest goal. I also want to play in the Premier League, the biggest league in the world. Right now, I'm not ready for it. I still have to develop a lot of things, but I think I have the potential to reach it. And you can see here just by these sentences that Dest is fully aware that he is not ready to make that leap to Barcelona, but he is working on it. And I greatly appreciate that. Dest knows what level he is at right now, and he knows what he needs to do in order to achieve that level that he wants to be in. You don't usually hear that every day from a 19-year-old. He's already showing signs of maturity, discipline, and he knows what road to take to get to that level. He has the vision, he has the talent. I believe by the time we get to the 2024-2025 season, he will be ready for FC Barcelona at the age of 23 years old. Now, as for my center back, and I'm specifically going to talk about my right center back, and that is De Ligt. De Ligt signed a 5-year contract with Juve on July 18th, 2019. De Ligt is a well-recognized center back that is known globally. He showed what type of center back he could be in the 2018-2019 season by displaying amazing performances in the Ajax first team in the UCL. I can see De Ligt actually completing his contract and bringing a lot of success with Juve throughout those years. I believe it is also destined that De Ligt could come to FC Barcelona because his contract does end in 2024-2025 season, so that is the perfect timing for De Ligt to come to FC Barcelona. Barcelona is also going to be looking for a brand new center back. By then, Piquet will be gone. Umtiti will be close to entering his twilight years as a player. I also don't think that Barcelona is going to keep Lenglet until 2024. His contract does end in 2023, and De Jong also expressed his desire for De Ligt to join him at Barca, and this is what he said: he took the decision to go to Juventus, and in general, things are going well for him in Turin, but that doesn't mean he couldn't come to FC Barcelona in a few years. So it almost feels like it's destined for De Ligt to not only come to Barca, but to reunite with De Jong in the future at FC Barcelona. Now, as for my left center back, that's going to be a player that we already have, which is Todibo. He is a very young center back. He is 19 years old. Unlike De Ligt, he is still yet to have a standout tournament, but he has already shown promise and potential in the game against Inter Milan in the group stages. And the reason why we see so little of Todibo is because our current coach doesn't give him a chance to settle in the game and prove himself in every match. And that's the main reason why we still have yet to decide if this is the guy to lead us in the center back line in 4 years. He has been linked to multiple clubs like AC Milan, Manchester United, Bayern Munich, but I don't see Barca letting go of Todibo completely to those clubs. He has shown promise during the minutes that he's played in, but he is here to stay. When Barcelona hire their new coach next year, Todibo will be better utilized, and we could finally see Todibo's full potential. And also, Todibo and De Ligt could very well complement each other. What Todibo and De Ligt possess are two traits, and these two traits are what most defenders can't really do, and that is positioning and pace, meaning they both love to take the ball and run up the pitch and look for the pass. So if Todibo takes the ball up, the backline forms into a 3-defender backline. If De Ligt takes the ball up, the backline forms into a 3-defender backline. So you know what I mean, they keep switching, and that is something that Barcelona loves to do as they transition into the attack. And we have seen this plenty of times before. Mascherano was doing that from 2010 all the way until 2017, and so this is nothing new to the squad. If we could bring those two center backs in the starting 11, then good things will come for that backline. Now for my left back is going to be Firpo. Firpo has had promising games so far, but yet there were performances where he did make mistakes that almost cost us. But we have to remember that this is his first season at FC Barcelona. He just came from Real Betis, and at 23 years old, he will only improve from here. Now moving on to my midfield, and this is where things really get interesting because very complicated. We do have a lot of midfielders we gotta deal with right now, and there is a lot of midfielders that are currently linked to FC Barcelona, but I believe these 3 midfielders that I'm going to call out right now are going to be the ones to play for us in the future. And I'm first going to start with the defensive mid, and that is Frankie de Jong. De Jong was born to play at FC Barcelona. His first season for FC Barcelona, he has adapted quickly into the team. He looks like he has been playing for the team for like 4 seasons already. He has ball control, he has the vision, he's composed, he's positioned himself well when defending, and at 22 years old, we are just seeing the beginning beginning of Frankie de Jong. Who knows what he might become by the 2024-2025 season? Frankie isn't just known for his technical ability, but he is showing signs of leadership. And I believe he will be the future captain alongside with Marc-Andre ter Stegen in 5 years. And he did sign a 5-year deal with Barcelona, which ends in the 2023-2024 season. But I could see Barcelona giving de Jong at least a 3-year extension after that. So Frankie de Jong is the player for the future. Now going into my central attacking midfielders, this guy is another player that we currently have, and that is Arthur Melo. He is a player that Barcelona will like to keep. Right now he's going through pretty serious fitness issues at the moment. My greatest fear for Arthur Melo is if he turns into a player in what he could have been. But at his best, he is by no question one of the best midfielders in the world. One of his standout skills that he has is versatility. He can play central midfield, deep line midfield, attacking midfield. Another standout skill that he has, and what is the most important for FC Barcelona, is decisive passing. This is where you hear people compare Arthur to Xavi, because Arthur is great at looking for those passes that not many midfielders can see. He gives the assist, the pre-assist. Arthur has also been praised by Xavi and Iniesta, and this is what Xavi said: "I see myself when I see Arthur on television. He's very quick. He is a very quick thinker. He has natural talent, and most of all, he has a lot of room to improve through training. Arthur is already a mature player. I still see that he has a massive untapped potential. The priority during any match is to never lose the ball. He comes out of tricky situations with ease, and he has a strong personality already." And then this is what Iniesta said. I mean, he was talking about de Jong and Arthur, but this is what he said: "I think they're two exceptional players. They're influential on the pitch. They control the time, the ball, the situation. They surely have a great chemistry within the team." And if there was a thing I would give credit to Valverde and the Barcelona board, that is for bringing Arthur and de Jong to the club, because they are both born to play for this team. Barcelona matches them and they match Barcelona, and that is why I think they will be in our future starting 11 for the 2024-2025 season. And as for my third midfielder, again, he is another player that we have in our squad already. I mean, he's loaned, but that is Carlos Elenia. Elenia is a player with many qualities. I'm a huge fan of Carlos Elenia because he is also a player that has it all. His ability to read the game in matches is incredible. Even though he is an attacking midfielder, more than anything, he knows when to defend, and when he does defend, he defends well. He positions himself in the right area in order to be more effective. He is the youngest midfielder in the starting 11, but the reason why he has this type of quality so young is because he came from the Barca academy. He knows the system, he knows the Barcelona way, he knows what Barcelona wants from him. Even as an attacking midfielder, he is averaging about 1.4 interceptions per game. And to put that into perspective, that's like saying Busquets is scoring 8 to 9 goals every season. So it's impressive. So as of now, he is loaned to Real Betis for only 6 months, and then he's going to come back. He will be back by June 2020, but I'm a big believer in this player. He is very determined to succeed at the Camp Nou and make a mark. And when he does come back and play for Barcelona in the 2020-2021 season, we will see the rise of Carlos Elenia and become a long-term starter for FC Barcelona. Now for my front three, which is the attack. And this is where things got really complicated because I don't know who's going to retire. I don't know who's going to leave, but this is what I think is going to be the best option for FC Barcelona. And I'm going to start with my left wing, and that is Neymar Jr. I believe Neymar will come back to the Camp Nou sooner rather than later. Neymar will be 31 years old by that time, but I still think that he's going to be good enough to start in that left wing. Reports have shown that Neymar is a lot more determined and focused on the game than ever. So not only does he want to come back to FC Barcelona, but he also wants to make a mark at the Camp Nou, because I believe and I know that he has huge regret in his heart that he left FC Barcelona, and I know that he is aiming to be in the top 3 best players in the world again, and the only way Neymar could do that is to come back to the Camp Nou and make up for the years that he wasted at PSG, and that is why I put him in the starting 11. As for my center forward, he is another player that we currently have, and he could be with us for the next 10 to 12 years, and that is Ansu Fati. Ansu Fati came from the Barca B Academy and made his debut with FC Barcelona against Real Betis on August 25th. On August 31, he scored his first professional goal against Osasuna at the age of 16 years old. So ever since that, he has never looked back. He has been playing absolutely phenomenal at 17 years old. He has maturity in him. He knows when to shoot. He knows when to pass. He knows when to defend. I know that sounds basic, but for a 17-year-old to play at top level, that is amazing to watch, and that is something that you have to look at. As a matter of fact, since we're actually talking about how young he is, I know that he plays on the left wing, and I know that I am talking about Ansu Fati playing as our striker, but he can easily be converted into a striker. And if anything, he can adapt to both, play left wing and striker. He is coachable. He is not a seasoned player like Suarez and Aguero, where Suarez and Aguero is going to tell you like, oh, I can only play striking position, I can't play on the left wing or the right wing. Ansu Fati has that versatility. He is so young that I know that he is capable of playing both positions. We did that with Messi back in 2008. He played as left wing when he first started, and then when Guardiola came in, he played as false nine, and now he's currently playing left wing again. And that is what makes a great attacking player, is being very versatile. Like no matter what position you put that player in, he will always be an attacking lethal threat. And Ansu Fati can tap into all those areas, and by 2024-2025 season, he will only be like 21, 22 years old. And even by that time, we should give him like a 5-year extension. He is that young. He is that player to lead the attack in the future. Now for my right wing, it's going to be Dembele. Since Dembele came to the Camp Nou, he has been getting nothing but injuries. He's currently injured as we speak, but Dembele is a world-class player. There is no question. One thing that really needs to be addressed is his injuries, and if we can take care of that, the sky is a limit for Dembele. His contract does end in 2022, so that is like 2 years from now. So he is one of the most likely players to leave FC Barcelona, but like Neymar Jr., even though Dembele did basically waste 2 years on the sidelines because of injury, Dembele will want to prove a point at FC Barcelona and make a mark and make up for all those games that he was gone for. And because of that, I believe it'll make him stronger within the next 24 months. And by the time those 24 months are done, I think that he will sign an extension after 2022, which puts him in my 2024-2025 starting 11. So that is my starting 11 for this team. You have a combination of youth, experience, star players, and leadership, which is the perfect way to start the club's life after Lionel Messi. And so thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you guys had fun looking at this video. What is your starting 11 for the future? Did you guys agree with my starting 11? And if you don't agree, who would you change in that starting 11? So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for showing love on all my social media platforms. I'll see you guys next time.